What if I told you that for nearly 200 years, Europe was consumed by brutal wars fought in the name of God? Wars that reshaped nations, destroyed cities, and changed the course of history forever. This is the story of the Crusades. The Crusades were a series of religious wars that took place between 1096 and 1291. They were mainly fought between Christian Europe and Muslim powers over control of the Holy Land, especially Jerusalem, and a city sacred to Christians, Muslims, and Jews. But the Crusades were not just about religion. They were also about power, land, wealth, and influence. Why did the Crusades begin? In the late 11th century, Muslim forces controlled Jerusalem. Christian pilgrims traveling there were sometimes attacked, and the Byzantine Empire was under threat. In 1095, Pope Urban II made a dramatic speech. He called on Christians to take up arms and reclaim the Holy Land, promising forgiveness of sins to anyone who joined the war. Thousands responded: kings, knights, peasants, and even children. Europe was ready for war. The First Crusade was the most successful and the bloodiest. In 1099, Crusaders captured Jerusalem. The massacre was brutal. Muslims, Jews, and even other Christians were killed without mercy. The Crusaders believed they were doing God's will. Christian kingdoms were established in the Holy Land, but peace did not last. Later crusades and endless war. Over the next 2 centuries, more crusades followed. One of the most famous Muslim leaders, Saladin, recaptured Jerusalem in 1187. This shocked Europe and led to the Third Crusade, involving famous kings like Richard the Lionheart of England. Despite many battles, no side achieved lasting victory. Cities were destroyed, millions died, and hatred between religions deepened. Some crusades even attacked Christian cities, proving that greed and politics often mattered more than faith. The Crusades caused massive suffering. Entire communities were wiped out. Trade routes collapsed. Religious intolerance increased across Europe and the Middle East. Jews in Europe were often persecuted, accused of betraying Christianity. The idea of holy war justified terrible violence. Despite the destruction, the Crusades changed Europe forever. They reopened trade between East and West. Europeans gained new knowledge in medicine, science, and mathematics from the Islamic world. Kings became stronger, while feudalism slowly weakened. The Crusades helped shape the modern world, and for better and for worse. The Crusades were not just wars of swords and shields. They were wars of belief, ambition, and fear. They remind us how powerful ideas can unite people, and how dangerous they can become when mixed with hatred. Even today, the legacy of the Crusades still echoes in global politics and religious conflict. This was the Crusades, the wars that shook Europe and changed history forever.